government's remote control of car use installed on my car with no informed consent. The government's remote control of car was installed on my car with no informed consent. I bought a Hyundai Kona EV 18 months ago, 71 plate, from a dealer. Lovely guys and great service. The car went in for a maps upgrade and came back as a write-off for me. They took the opportunity to upgrade the Blue Link infotainment software, and when I started it up, I was presented with a new screen saying terms and conditions changed. Normally, I just click OK, as it's just a car, so nothing sinister. But I was bored that day, and as a serial entrepreneur, I had plenty of experience with contracts. So I flicked down a few pages, and then another few, and then 30, and was about to jump out when I read it was now equipped with geofencing and geotiming capabilities. WTF was that? I looked it up. They can set range limits and time limits remotely. The terms say it's not used without consent, and then in brackets, unless required by law. So the last sentence voids the whole thing. I found one country debating geofencing laws. If the car is pre-SOS button, there's no phone card installed and it's not connected. Now, I've had this debate with my wife because she has a 2016 BMW 1 Series. I was just looking for the light, you know, the internal light that you click. There you go. However, in my wife's car, when I clicked the button that I thought was going to switch all the lights on in the car, I then heard a voice say, "Can I take your details? What's your emergency?" Because it's got one of them SOS buttons, which I absolutely hate. So, if the car is pre-SOS button, there's no phone card installed, and it's not connected. I did lots of research, including a high-tech crash repairers who said some everyday cars are already fully autonomous, just not switched on. All brands are using the same tech platform, just with their own brand names. Wow, this is like revelatory stuff. Geofencing is exactly what they have on shopping trolleys at the supermarket to stop you from taking that supermarket beyond the perimeter, to stop you from taking the trolley beyond the perimeter of the supermarket. It means you're not going to be able to drive your car beyond the limits of what the government have decided that you're allowed to drive it. So all of these conspiracies about 15-minute cities and zones and climate lockdowns, how are they going to implement them? Well, probably with the geofencing capabilities that are built into the car, using the infrastructure that they're already installing in the roads with all the cameras and all the sensors and all the new technology that is going up, and all you've got to do is look for it. Anytime you go out for a drive anywhere, look for all the new cameras and all the new technology that is being installed on all the roads everywhere. You'll see it. Geotiming capabilities. Now, that's interesting because curfews, for example. Let's say we introduce a curfew where no one's allowed to drive their car after 7 o'clock. That's all well and good, you might say. Nothing wrong with that. Now, what about if we say no one's allowed to drive their car on a Sunday to save the planet? Well, they'll just switch your car off on a Sunday to save the planet. And that might sound like a really outlandish conspiracy theory, but that's already been discussed. I've already seen articles discussing having save the planet, don't drive your car days and banning people from driving on certain days just to save the planet.
Morning, everyone. How we doing? Just come out to the wall this morning, come and do a little live stream for you.